It actually won't last.
This is WeatherScope.
Stormy weather continues in southern New England. A lot of rain, a lot of wind. I'm Janetta Jones. Thanks for joining us for WeatherScope. Now we go to the Forecast Center and Rich Johnson with all the details.
Thank you, Janetta. We continue to follow this storm heading up the eastern seaboard. Actually a split storm here where we have some rain up across the coast of Massachusetts, but by far the heaviest of the rain has been in western Pennsylvania today. More on that in just a second. First of all, some scenes out of the lower Susquehanna Valley to Harrisburg today. Residents need to break out the umbrellas. Sort of a showery day today, a cool day with temperatures hovering in the 40s most of the day. Tomorrow we're still likely to see some showers too as more rain develops from the south and moves into southern Pennsylvania. So today it is looking wet. Tomorrow will be too. Harrisburg right in through here, and you can see the rain continues to pour on up from Baltimore and D.C., circulating around a huge upper air low. Quite a few flood warnings today, those in effect across western areas of Pennsylvania where there has been anywhere from about 2 to 4 inches of rain. For you over in Pittsburgh, the rain continues to funnel towards your area. If you're traveling the turnpike in and out of the tunnels, western Pennsylvania, you will have to use extra caution. There's going to be some low visibility with the heavier rain. Even the possibility of an occasional snowflake mixing in on the highest mountain peaks, but overall this is going to be a cold rain. Temperature right now in Johnstown is 36 degrees. We have seen actually a snowflake or two mix in. That was early this morning. Well, what we're looking at presently with our Doppler radar estimates, the area covered is actually correct, but the heaviest amount is down toward Blair County and Somerset County. Totals ranging from anywhere of about 2 to 4 inches of rain. Again, some flood warnings are out. You want to check with your Weather Channel local forecast to get the latest. Over to Baltimore and D.C., rain continues to pour up from the Chesapeake, although rainfall estimates are not nearly as heavy. Again, probably an overestimation, but some of the totals coming in from areas of Virginia, probably 3 to 4 inches. Back over to Baltimore City and down to Washington, some lighter colors of green. We're talking mostly in the area of 1/2 inch of rain. Currently raining pretty heavily down to around Frederick, all the way back to Hagerstown, Altoona. Looking at some heavy showers too. And a little bit to the north, that secondary area of rain continues to bring rain over to eastern Massachusetts, and right on over to Chatham. You can see some of the showers continuing, although it doesn't appear that the rain is nearly as heavy before. Even a bit of a break right now at Chatham. And standing by in Chatham, we have Jim Cantori. Jim, it looks like a little bit of a break, but I guess the winds are still picking up though.
Rich, you have taken the first part of my sentence right out of my mouth. With the break in the rain, it's actually rain-free right now. But the winds have died down a little bit as well. They have calmed down just a little bit as a result, I guess, of this squall moving on through. And that's kind of a nice break because we were standing out here quite chilly and quite wet indeed. Temperature's only about 48 degrees right now, and with the wind now probably less than about 30 miles an hour or so, you know, wind chill factors are definitely down there this evening. So will this be a weekend washout for New England? Well, it's definitely starting off to be one. And this is not good news because we've actually seen a succession of weekends here where it's been a little bit ugly on the weekend to be up here in New England. So folks in New England are thinking, hey, are we going to have every weekend here washout? We'll just have to wait and see how the pattern sets up. But so far, it's going to be a wet one. No doubt to folks concerned about the weather this weekend, there's a lot of ferry service that typically takes you from the Cape or from southern Massachusetts out to Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket Island. All those ferries have pretty much been canceled as a result of the weather, and obviously the seas kicked up by these strong winds, which according to the forecast, we are going to see stronger winds with the next storm system coming on through. So a little bit of a break now, but we're just kind of seeing the end of part one, Rich, and we do expect some more inclement weather as we head in through the weekend. We'll be here to cover it for you. Right now, let's go back to Rich in the studio.
All right, thank you, Jim. It does look like it is going to be sort of wet this weekend, and it will clear up by the beginning of the work week. It usually works that way, doesn't it? Seems like it works on the weekend. Rains on the weekend anyhow. Okay, here's our setup. We have a low-pressure center off the Delaware-Maryland coast. Jim Cantori right here at Chatham, Massachusetts. This low is going to deepen, or in other words, intensify as it moves up the coast, and we are looking at winds coming in out of the northeast, so we will be looking at gusty winds, even the possibility of a little bit of coastal flooding. Into western Pennsylvania, we do expect the rain to continue through this evening. Temperatures aren't terribly cold, especially toward the coast, and we do have some warnings out, marine warnings, gale warnings in effect, Eastport all the way down to Fenwick Island, and as well as Long Island Sound with those northeast winds. If you live out toward the coastal areas, you will see a little bit of a higher than average water with those winds piling everything up. Well, of course, if you want some more information and you have a computer, check out weather.com. But for other national weather and your forecast, let's head back into the studio with Janetta.
Thanks, Rich. We are watching yet another storm system that will be moving on down out of Canada and giving us some much colder air. Let's check out the satellite vantage point right now and show you the rain showers that are moving into Washington State, Idaho, and Montana. And we're even going to talk about a little bit of snow because the temperatures are going to be so much colder. This will be the next big weather maker over the next few days because it is going to be quite a trough that will be moving on down into the central plains and affecting the eastern half of the country eventually. For right now, you just